What up YouTube, it's Eli and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today's video, we're about to talk about the CLA MixHub and just how I use it in my workflow. If you're like me and you're still working 9 to 5 and you are trying to juggle music, you know that is a tough schedule to keep. And basically what I've been trying to do, I've been trying to find a way to basically improve my workflow by cutting down the time that I spent working on a project. And to do that, I've been looking into mixing primarily using channel strips. And for the most part, it hasn't really cut down the time that I spent mixing a song. A little over a year ago, I think it may have even been 2 years now, Wave and lord-alge has came together and they made the CLA MixHub. And at first, when it first came out, I was really skeptical about using it because I didn't really like the layout of it. But about a month ago, I decided to give it a shot. And I gotta say, I was very surprised to how this one plugin was able to improve my workflow by so much. When I say that it's improved my workflow, I don't mean that it sounded better or did anything that I could not find any other plugin to do. The only thing that it allowed me to do is to basically minimize the amount of plugins that I use to mix a track. Lately, I found myself not having to look through my list of plugins to find the right plugin. By basically just putting a CLA MixHub on every track on my session, I am able to basically do the entire mix, or at least come as close as possible to getting the sound that I'm looking for with using just that one plugin. Now, since I don't have to keep switching back through my plugin list to find the right plugin, it's actually improved the time that I spend on the mix by a lot. If I'm not mistaken, it's cut down my mixing time by more than half. That's impressive. I've been looking for a way for me to keep the same quality that I've been getting in all my mixes without spending as much time to every single mix. And the CLA MixHub lately has allowed me to do just that. And also, it's also helped me minimize the amount of plugins that I've used on a track. The way that this plugin is advertised is that it allows you to mix like lord-alge does on his big SSL console. Mixing that way, you are able to adjust different parameters at the same time without having to go back and close this plugin and then open another one so you can have access to whatever you want to adjust. You can do all of that in one plugin. And with this plugin, it works. It works and it allows you to do just that. That's not to say that I don't use any other plugins in my mixes. It's just by the time I find the need to go reach for another plugin, I usually am pretty close to the sound that I was looking for. At this point, it's more like just adding something for taste. I'm about to pull up a mix that I did for an artist that goes by the name of MX Ricky. This song actually dropped yesterday. The link's gonna be down in the description. Go ahead and check it out. It's out on all platforms. Go ahead and check it out. Before I go ahead and show you guys the song, if you like this type of videos, make sure to drop a like and comment down below to show your support to this channel. And if you're new, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notifications for more videos like this. The part of the song that I'm gonna play for you guys is gonna be the hook of the song. And I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna play it for you guys so you hear what it sounds like, and then I'm gonna pull up the plugin and show you guys how I use it into my workflow. All right, let's get into it.
We be going hard for the dividends. Who would've thought we'd do it big? They hate to see me like this. We gon' keep on making hits. Turn a bando to a mansion. Drive Lambos and take trips. Always stay real, no faking. No cloud chase for some fame shit. Dodging hate like the Matrix. A little motivation and some patience. A little motivation and some patience. We be getting jiggy.
All right, so that is the bridge of the song. And now I'm about to pull up the plugin and show you guys just how I use it into my session and how it's been able to make my workflow a whole lot easier and faster. All right, so this is the channel view of the plugin. As you can see, you have your input, you have your EQ, you have your dynamic section, and you have your output. And over here, you have an insert slot that if you need to add any other wave plugins that you can go ahead and add to here. So what makes this plugin so great is not any of what you're looking at right now. Like every other channel strip basically have the same layout. It may not be exactly like this, but it's got an input section, an EQ, dynamic section, and an output section. Now, we all know any channel strip have all of those sections. What makes this plugin unique is the fact that you can go into the bucket view, which is basically how this plugin is advertised, how you can mix like lord-alge does by being able to mix 8 channels at a time. And with this plugin, you can mix up to 64 channels by having buckets of 8, right? So as you can see here, I have my Vox, which is my vocals. I have them go out to bucket number 1, and then I got my effects go out to bucket number 2, and that is basically all I have going on in this mix. Looking at it this way, this is the output view for the bucket view. You can see all the different outputs, and I can go into the dynamic section where you can see all the compressors and gates for all those 8 different channels. EQ, same thing, and your input section, basically the same thing. Now, this is not a mix video. This is not a how to mix video. I'm not gonna get into details on what I actually did for each and every single track. I just wanted to show you guys how you can actually use this plugin into your workflow, and it's gonna improve your workflow by a ton. Now, this is my mix window, and as you can see, don't really have a lot going on each individual tracks. I only have that plugin on each track, and with the exception of auto-tune, I have on one track, and then I had this compressor on my parallel track, my parallel vocal track, and yeah, that is basically it. I just basically on all the tracks I have auto-tune in the CLA mix bus, and then one compressor on my parallel track, and yeah, that's it. That's all I got going on the vocals. And on the main vocal track, like on the main vocal bus, I also have that same plugin on there, and I just added this one to give some air at the top end, and then a multi-band compressor, the CLE2A to glue it all together, and then just the sibilants to remove some of the harshness. That is basically all I did on this track, and as you can see, I mainly use the CLA MixHub. In my opinion, it doesn't sound any better than the previous SSL plugin that Wave already has. So it's not a competition of which one I'm gonna use. It's more of which one is gonna allow me to work faster. And this one, by far, has allowed me to work a whole lot faster. Like I said earlier, I've been trying to look for a way for me to actually cut down on my time that I spend on a mix, and this plugin allows me to do just that, and this is why I love using this plugin. It has nothing to do with the sound, it has nothing to do with anything else, but the fact that I can work on 8 different channels at a time. And to be honest, you can even work on 16 different channels at a time if you have the real estate for it. Like I can have this one open right here, and just pin it here, and then open another one, and just pin it here, put both of them on bucket view, and I can have this one going on vocals, and I can have this one going on the effects. If I have it set up like this, I can actually work on a 16 at a time. Now, with a simple mix like this one, probably wouldn't need, that would be overkill for that, but you can do it if you need to. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like and comment down below to show your support to this channel. And if you're new, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notifications for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time in the next video.
Hey, we be going hard for the dividends. Who would've thought we'd do it big? They hate to see me like this. We gon' keep on making hits. Turn a bando to a mansion.